Morning, guys. So a few of you have asked me about some of the exercises in our February Abtastic challenge. So I wanted to just take a quick second here to go through the exercises that we're going to be doing in the challenge. So I'm going to back up here and we will start with the basic crunch. All right, I want you to roll down. Fingertips lightly behind the head. Okay. Back flat against the floor, abdominals engaged. Think belly button to spine, fingertips lightly behind the head. You don't want to pull on your neck as you lift, all right, but you want to lift those shoulder blades up and crunch. Right like this, all right? Make sure to get those shoulder blades lifted up off the ground, but lower back stays flat on the floor. All right, so that's your basic crunch. Your reverse crunch is targeting more the lower abdominals. Again, keep your fingertips still lightly behind the head, but this time you're just going to lift your tailbone. Okay, this is a reverse crunch. Lift, lift, lift. For an extra challenge, you can go ahead and bring your shoulder blades up a little bit, and you can be here. Here. You can add the chest in at the same time. That's a double crunch. But again, your basic reverse crunch is right here. Okay, we'll go into the bicycle. Knees bent like so. I want you to think about bringing your opposite armpit to the opposite knee. Notice I didn't say elbow to knee. What's going to happen if you bring that elbow to knee is this, okay? You're pulling on that neck. I want you to keep that arm nice and wide like this and think armpit to knee. Switch. Armpit to knee. You're not going to get there, okay? But that's what I want you to be thinking. And just alternating sides. Nice and slow and controlled. You don't need to be here. I see this all the time with the bicycle. It's not necessary. Slow it down. Get that nice contraction through the core. All right? Take it nice and slow. You're going to get more benefits from the move if you do it that way. Okay? Now, boat crunch. I want you to come up. Fingertips facing away from you on the floor. All right? Go into about a 45-degree angle on the back, knees up. You're going to push out and in, out and in. Really working the entire rectus abdominis here from top to bottom, all right? Think about taking the move out of the legs and put it into the core, all right? Out and in, like so. You can have your arms up. This is the advanced version of that move. You can have your feet down and come down and up, all right, if you need to make it a tad easier. Down and up. But I really want you to try to push those feet out. And think about bringing your knees into your chest. Out and in. So that's your boat crunch. All right, we're also going to be planking in this challenge. Here's your full plank, okay, like so. I want you to think hands, elbows, shoulders, all in alignment, okay? You're looking down at the floor. You want to have your neck to stay in alignment with the spine at all times. You're tightening through the core. You don't want to be down here, sagging in the middle, and you don't want your booty up. This is not a downward dog. You're not doing any of this, okay? Nice straight line. You can also come down to your forearms if it starts to get to be too much. Okay, whatever works for you. Either of those planking options are fine. If it gets to be too much, you can come down to your knees. This is a perfectly fine plank as well. If your feet are out a little bit wider, that just makes it easier. Okay, the more narrow, the more difficult it is. So that's your plank. We also have the side plank, and again, there's variations of this. You can, again, think hand, elbow, shoulder, all in alignment, okay? So you can be right here. I want those hips nice and lifted, okay? Lift, 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 lift. That opposite arm up. So this is a perfectly fine side plank, all right? You can be here. Let me scoot up so you can see my feet, all right? One's in front of the other. This is a fine side plank. Notice I've got my hips lifted. That's what's targeting those obliques. You can stack that top foot on top of the other. Just going to challenge your balance a little bit more, make it a little more difficult. And then finally, you can be here. All right, top leg lifted, really challenging that balance. So here, 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 or here. Lots of options there for that side plank. Your reverse plank, we are just going to flip that plank around, okay? Hands like so, feet outstretched, lifting up, hips lifted, okay? Head stays in alignment with the spine, so you're lifting up, you're gazing up to the ceiling on this, and think about keeping those hips nice and lifted. Hold the breath, breathe in and out. Okay? Work with your breath on this one to really, really help keep you up there. This was a tough one. It's also going to really target those shoulders as well. All right, come down. So that's it. You've got your basic crunch, your reverse crunch, which is that tailbone lift, your boat crunches, your bicycles, your plank, your side plank, and your reverse plank. So those are the exercises. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and good luck in the challenge, and it'll be Abtastic. See you later.